What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Sorry I haven't posted much, but today we got a Froppy guide for My Hero Ultra Rumble. We're going to go over her skills, moves, we're going to go over her general gameplay, some tips and tricks, as well as some examples of how you should be playing Froppy to the peak level, since she's such an amazing character. Let's get right into it. Such a cool hero. The most fun hero by far. Let's talk about everybody's favorite frog hero, Froppy. A very hyper-mobile character. Watch as we use her tongue to get to this high ground very, very quickly. You can see how much distance we cover with just a couple of left clicks. Still has very, very good damage with her Q combo, we'll talk about here in a little bit. Q into Q like that.
That's a lot of damage.
And of course, she also has her invisibility to quickly get out of fights and make the opponent lose track of her. And lastly, she's still a very insanely good support since she has such escapability. She can very easily clutch out team fights with plus ultra and her Q combo and things like that. She can save her teammate with an instant res, her R action there on down there on right here. You guys can see it. There's really no circumstance where Froppy is a bad choice.
Hey, that's pretty good.
She excels in a lot of things, and she still does very well in the things that she doesn't excel at.
Let's go, Mogul. Let's
Priority
go.
is rescue.
This is my goat.
A few moments later.
First ability we're going to talk about and break down for Froppy is, of course, her tongue, her alpha ability. You can latch onto cliffs or buildings or whatever else you need. She covers a ton of distance with it. You can throw in some invisibility, get away from the fight. There's a couple of nuances you got to watch for. If you aim too high, it'll whiff. If you're grounded, same difference. You can see both of those whiffed. This won't latch, it's just purely for attack. Leveling up this ability, that's a green, thank you very much. You can see that the cooldown is much shorter on her ability once she uses all three charges. That's why purple cards are usually pretty good on her. We want that cooldown to be nice and short. At level 9, it'll do the 86 damage. You can do the Q combo out of that, something like that. That's a huge damage we just did with our level 9 tongue into just even a level 1 Q. So definitely be using this move a lot to reposition, get away from fights. Now we'll go ahead and talk about Froppy's beta ability, her Q. There it is, airborne. And there it is, grounded. This is going to be your highest damage ability here, and as you guys have already seen, it does in fact combo into itself. Start with a tongue, do that, and you get a nice 150 damage even at level 1 just from her beta ability. As this is Froppy's most important damage ability, you're going to want to level this up as soon as possible, at least to level 4. However, each level of Froppy's Q increases her damage and in fact increases her cooldown on this ability. There's 160 there. You can see how fast that Q regenerates. Important note about your Q ability, you got to be careful of the terrain here. You can see that that did not hit Bakugo, that didn't hit Bakugo, but this will. But if you are above them, it will whiff. So you got to be careful of terrain like this, or the hill over there, mountain, stuff like that can really screw up your damage timings if you're not careful. But here, let's see at level 1, we'll do the full combo here and see what kind of damage we get. 190 damage just from her Q combo without even including the 86 from level 9 tongue. So she can definitely crank out the damage, but you got to be careful of how you're spacing it. Just be mindful of that. Get it to level 4 as fast as possible, and then alternate between tongue for the cooldown and damage, as well as your Q for just the outright damage combo you get.
One's broke. I hit all of them 100. I hit all 3 of them with my tongue. Dude, I just did 8,000 damage. They're all broken. All three.
The last move we're going to talk about here, of course, is Froppy's invisibility. At level 1, you can see how quickly that number depletes all the way to 0%, and then you got to wait for that long cooldown to come back before you can use it again. That is because as of this recent patch, Froppy's amount of time that she can be in invisibility has been nerfed up to level 4. So you're going to want to get this move to level 4. And here is the invisibility at level 4. You can see how much slower that meter goes down. You even can open the chest, the big chest, all by yourself while still being invisible. That's how much of a difference that makes. You don't really need to go past 4 for general gameplay. That's when it stops losing its utility over the other moves to level it up. As you can see here as well, any sort of move will knock you out of invisibility. You just have to reapply it. Not that big of a deal. This move is great for getting out of fights. It's very easy for people to lose the fight, or lose you in the fight, rather. So just generally a good escape tool, as well as a poke tool if you're trying to be stealthy, like getting a chest if your teammates go down, etc. There's a lot of utility on this move, but again, definitely your last priority after you get it to level 4. Some general tips, of course, with Froppy. Make sure you're using that Q combo to its extreme, 190 damage, level 9. If you're in the middle of a fight, you can, of course, just swing kind of back like this and do big damage this way. Like, that's a ton of damage we just put down. Make sure you're always trying to maximize her movement, both for chasing purposes as well as escape purposes. Kind of almost assassin-like. While she can do the big damage, while also support, is the best kind of way to play her. It's going to give you the highest win potential. I'm going to clutch this out. Because they're fighting, and I have 3 seconds. I'm going to plus ultra, and I'm going to kill everybody. Oh. I'm insane. I told you.
You mean you killed them all?
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Oh my god. Wait, you're actually crazy.
Nobody ever believes what Mogul says. Mirror Man leaves the game. That's just kind of how ultimate survivability she has, the ultimate clutch factor that she can have. Generally, just keep practicing with her. You'll find that she's a very, very fun hero to play, as well as one of the best. Even with the nerfs, she's still completely viable. She's still top 4. And there you have it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this Froppy guide. I hope it helps you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything that I might have missed, let me know in the comments below, as well as hop by a Twitch stream to come check out all of this stuff in action. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button with notifications on, because we're back. We're making content. It's going to be a good time. For now, though, I'll see you in the next video.